Are you young and retrenched? Today, we're not gonna lie. Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of NGL. Today we want to talk about a topic that has been growing in terms of its traction, and I think CNA released an article that talked about the retrenchment amongst younger workers. So in the article, they actually talked about how retrenchment rates actually have been on a rise in the past year, and particularly amongst younger workers. And personally, I actually know a number of friends who have either been retrenched or have been at risk of retrenchment in the past year. So we thought today, why not let's talk about this topic to give listeners who are in this position a chance to know that you're really, really not alone in this situation you may find yourself in, but to also hear from the experience of somebody who actually went through something like that lah. So we want to talk about this.
That's right. So for today, we've got Peida here with us on the show. Peida is below 30 and got let go recently also. So he's here to share with us his story. So Peida, why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners and viewers?
Hi everyone, I'm Peida. I'm 29 years old. I was let go 4 months ago and have been looking for a job since. Back then, I was in the role for 2 years and 4 months. And then I got the news pretty suddenly that I was retrenched.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Do you know any other friends who are in this position, like around your age?
Actually, not really. Yeah, but maybe just one or two, because I don't think people really announce on socials
True.
when these things
Yeah,
happen.
man. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
one
yeah,
thing
yeah.
you don't post on your IG.
Yeah lah.
Unless close friends are.
Yeah. So for you in these past few months, as you've been navigating this new phase, you're kind of like in it on your own lah.
At the start, yes. I try to keep it under wraps and just try to apply as much as I know how, you know. I think from SMU, so we think that we can do anything. Right?
That's
So-
right. A different you.
So I like clean up my resume and just try to do it on my own. But I realized after a while that it didn't really work out because I think I wasn't beating the application bots. You know, they were looking out for keywords and those kind of things.
Oh,
So-
is it?
Maybe you can let us know what happened, maybe what things were like at your previous workplace, how the news was delivered to you, how you felt, things like that.
Okay. So a bit of background was I was in a customer success role in a health technology company. So it's really a pretty good role, very chill, remote working. And the company
wow.
was based in Australia. So they're always like, you know, take it easy.
Yeah, man. 5 o'clock, like, can knock off already, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
only 3 hours ahead.
Yeah, maybe slightly less than 5 o'clock, like 4:30.
Oh,
But okay, because
living the life.
our product was really on a digital health platform, so they're always advocating for work-life balance. So it was a very, very great place to be in. Then I think I got the news 2 years, 4 months in the job. I thought it was just a regular update from my boss. And then when I saw him in the call with the HR person, I was like,
lame.
oh gosh, I knew what was coming. And they both looked so sad.
Really?
They were both so solemn. I was like, oh, because usually when they come in, they're like smiling, like, hey, how's it
Yeah,
going? How's the
yeah.
day?
Oh, man.
Yeah. I think it was pretty alright. Yeah, I took it quite okay. Because
What did they say? Like, how did they open the Zoom?
yeah,
Hey, payday in the Aussie accent.
they did start with how's it going?
So
Then
just give it to me.
Wait, but you knew lah the minute you saw HR. you
yeah,
knew
maybe
that
I saw
something's
both
up
of them. I was like, okay.
Is it like, how do you know though? Like, because you thought it was just an update, a work status meeting, right?
Yeah, but your work status
yeah, 'cause
update,
HR
HR don't
turns
join.
up lah.
Yeah, in fact, I hardly see her. So.
Was it in like a retrenchment season? Do you hear news that people are getting let go?
Actually, I was one of the first few.
So it
Yeah.
was actually very unexpected. It's just that on the call, then when you saw your HR, then you knew already.
Yes, it was very unexpected. Yeah, actually, the week before, it was quite strange because like the CEO was assuring us that, hey, we are doing okay, we won't be let go. Yeah, and then then this
wow.
happened.
Goodness.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's
Scam.
really out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, so I must say he was really a good salesman. You know, like,
Okay, so how did they deliver
Yeah.
the news?
he has always been remote working, so the call came via Teams, and then he just let me know that they tried to reassign me to other positions but couldn't. Then just had to let me go, which was quite okay because they gave me like 10 weeks of paid leave, so
Okay,
just to
that's quite
support
long.
me to
Yeah.
find a job. So in every sense, I think it was quite alright. It was a good transition before I was released. Yeah.
How do you feel though?
Actually, I felt a bit. I was pretty different. I say like not a normal reaction when people get let go. Like people will be like, oh my god, I'm so sad. I want to just sit down and cry.
Shocked and all.
But my first reaction was, I'm so sorry for them.
Wait, what?
Like I genuinely felt it was their loss. Because like I'm such a good, capable worker.
I love how you say this with such a stable tone in your voice. Like you sincerely believe it from the bottom of your
I
heart.
sincerely believe it. Yes.
I love it.
Like they had to let one of their most capable employees go.
Wow, everybody
Rising
needs your
star,
self-confidence, PD.
Rising star.
Yeah, I've been told
I
about my
aspire to
siblings.
say that about myself one day.
So you were sad for them.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm sorry for you as well. So, but
But you didn't say that, right? You didn't say that in a team.
no.
You didn't say
I felt that inside, but I didn't say it. Yeah.
that.
Did anybody else get let go?
Yeah, at the start, because I wanted to, straight away look for a job. Then I asked whether I can share on LinkedIn and things like that to, get people to notice me. They were like, you shouldn't, because they're trying to keep it under wraps first. They're letting more people know. And then a week later, I found out that it wasn't just me, but 8 others. Yeah,
kind
How
Alright.
big is your company?
30 at that time. So
That's a
Almost
lot.
one-third, eh.
Yeah.
it's quite a lot of people being let go.
Oh, they really downsized.
And
And they told you all things were okay.
Yeah.
and I felt a little bit better because the other 7 were like COO and
Wow,
chief
you
customer
were indeed
officers.
a rising star.
I
Yeah,
was,
you belong
know,
to that
the
club,
big players.
that package. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I guess they had to let me go. So
Yeah. Too
No
bad.
choice.
Bringing in too much money.
Overqualified. Yeah, because I think it's a very, very different reaction.
Yeah, I
from,
never heard anybody
think-
talk like that before.
Yeah, cause I do know of friends that either got let go or they just like go through different seasons where they see different colleagues being let go one by one, like for a whole year. And usually the morale of the company is very,
Scared
very
lah, everybody's
yeah,
stressed,
everybody's
right?
stressed,
Yeah.
very scared. People like will just like look out for themselves, not knowing when is it your turn kind of thing. Yeah. So like recently my friend that got let go, right? It was done in a very strange way also. Where the company didn't say that they're doing well and stuff. They actually they did this town hall. It was also like a global company, so it was all like online, and then they said that they will be letting go some people. So if you receive the email in the next 1 hour, right, then yeah. So
What the heck?
everything for my friend just happened. Like it was just a regular day at work. People just came.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then she got the email like 1 hour later. Yeah. Yeah, it was quite sad also lah, because like I mean for her, she had some like financial responsibilities also. Like she had like to support her mom. She just like bought a house. Yeah, and she has like kids. So it was pretty tough. Yeah. And then she said that her other colleague in her team, she was on MC that day, I think, like when they released the news. But actually, right, just a few days before, she realized that she was pregnant. But
Oh my gosh.
she didn't have the chance to talk about it, to tell her boss and all that. Yeah, because she didn't know she was gonna be let go as well.
Yeah.
But wow, can you imagine? Like it's so crazy, like if you are expecting and
Yeah.
like all these things just like come out of nowhere.
I feel that's the thing also. Like the personal setting in life lah, when you receive that news, right, matters quite a bit. Because if you
Yeah.
don't have a lot of obligation financially, I mean it still sucks. But I think the stress level is quite different lah. I'm assuming for you at that point in time, there were no like real obligations to
Could it be
immediately pay for something.
Maybe
is it?
because you were already looking out, you kind
Yeah.
of like had a plan.
yeah, actually that's a big part of why I felt I was okay to be released from the work and do other things. Because at that point in time, I wasn't very like I think I was quite in a privileged position.
Yeah lor,
Don't
yeah.
have any loans over my head
Yeah.
or
yeah.
any pressing expenses, so I could afford, and I had some savings also from working a while, so I could afford to tidy up and look for the next job. Whereas I think being in your friend's situation, then it'll be hard pressed to
You-
quickly find another role. Yeah, so
Yeah. So do you have a similar experience?
So I wasn't laid off before, but like I had this weird like period where I was on reprobation Have you heard of that term
Reprobation.
before? Okay, so this happened many, many years ago in my previous company. Hopefully my job right now in my current company is very stable.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. But like in my previous role, I worked in a creative agency. I think at that point in time it was also very unexpected. Like we weren't doing the best, like we didn't win, the target number of accounts, but we were still having retainers, like our clients, still kept us and all that. So we thought we were pretty okay. Maybe just no, they freeze headcount for next year, then we just have to like continue thinking. But so similarly with my friend, right, we had this like sort of mini town hall where they shared that the company was a little bit in the rates and they needed to do some cost saving measures because they did not want to let go anyone. So they assured us that no one was gonna get let go. So okay, cool. PD is like shaking his head. Okay, but for their record, no one got let go, but they did many, many other things to, for the sake of keeping for the sake of keeping everybody had a 5% pay cut.
Okay.
Managers and above had a 10% pay cut, which quite a lot, but okay, like at least you still
But they
have a
try
job.
to keep everybody.
That's good though.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah, but then after that, right, they started like having like these like little meetings. Well, at least Zoom better, like online meetings is better. But
Really?
because like I think in that whole atmosphere, it's like people are really like, wow, like damn sian. Then after that, suddenly like I still remember cause my office was in a shop house at that time. So like the meeting rooms were all at like a certain level. But like it's also like sort of like clear glass. So
Also can hear.
as you can see
But clearly when you go up to that floor, you're in for some kind of meeting.
correct.
lah.
So like, and then we all share the same lift ma. So it's like who is going to the third floor and who is not. So then after that, like my colleagues, right, like 3 of them went up first, and then after that, in that meeting, right, they actually they said that they needed to convert all of them who were having full-time jobs to contract. Yeah, like it's not even like 1 year contract. It's like 3 months contract.
3 months.
Yeah, 3 to 6 months, and then like KIV see how after that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that, they also asked me to go up. Then I'm like, wow, jialat, really jialat. It's like, oh my god, what's going on? then I went up. Then that was where I think HR was there, my GM was there. I don't think my boss wasn't there lah. Yeah, so they said that they looked at my performance. Which I did pretty well. Yeah, but they say that it's not on par. It's one of like the lowest, like 25%. And like because of that, like I need to be put on reprobation.
And by then you were working how long already in this company?
I think maybe 1.5. Yeah, 1.5, like, but felt longer lah. Felt like I sold my soul. Yeah, aged like 5 years kind.
no.
But yeah, so I was put on reprobation, and they would like review my performance again after 3 months. So if after 3 months it's not up to par again, like then they will like they will have to let me go lah, that kind. So I was like, I think at that point I just like damn shocked. I don't know what was going on, because like I thought it was just 5% pay cut, then just like that ma. Yeah, they didn't like say that for those with other arrangements, then we will let you know separately. Yeah, so it was, to me it was quite out of nowhere. Yeah, and I thought that actually because all my accounts at the time were doing like quite okay. Yeah, so that I there were no like reasons given except that my performance was not satisfactory. Yeah, like don't really have examples and stuff like that. So it was, I think I was quite shocked, and to be honest, I felt a bit like what's that word, blindsided. Yeah, because I thought like things were going like
Sure,
okay.
because they communicated one thing and then
And then
kinda
suddenly
did
out of
something
nowhere,
else,
like
right?
in like private conversation, and it's like you already made the decision and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean I didn't like have like major financial responsibilities, but I think at that time I was just like a lot of thoughts were running through my head. Like for example, like wow, I really pour out like my whole like all my time, my energy to this company. Like I remember all the 4 a.m.s, stuff like that. But like this is what like happens, when like I guess things get bad lah.
Actually, did it make you feel very bad about yourself? Because like, I feel like the way PD was let go is a bit different from yours. Yours is clearly tagged to performance in some sense, right?
Yeah, correct. So it's not like I cannot, I'm not as confident as PD lah. I cannot say like, I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah, but I think I felt like I was asking myself if like I have chosen to work in this company, because I think when I moved, right, it was because of like a new role, so like more money lah, that kind, and also more exposure, more responsibilities. Yeah, which I kind of got all that, but like at the cost of sleep lah, and you know, a lot of like basically really don't have work-life balance, which I thought, okay, maybe I'll just try a few more, like maybe a few more years and see how things go, right? But this like sort of came out, and so I felt like it was I was questioning my decision of whether should I have just stayed at my previous company, because honestly it was quite okay. It's just that maybe like in terms of career growth and all that, it wasn't really what like I was looking out for. Yeah, so I think maybe got a bit of regret, questioning my own like decision making processes. Yeah. And also like wondering like, wow, actually is honest work not enough?
Why you feel so?
I think like I know that I work very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I probably also work harder than like a few people in the company. But then I also started to think like I guess because even though I do work very hard, but I also value like, you know, things outside of work, like family, friends. I volunteer at my church as well. So I think like I try to not like work over the weekends, or you know, hang out you know, for like those external company events, you know, like social
those are your
nights.
boundaries lah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to make my whole life about work.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wondered lah, like if actually did I need to have to do all these things, you know, to kind of like be, I guess, to not say be favored more, but like maybe like should I have done it because it might have helped my situation. Yeah, so I think it was just a lot of like those what ifs lah, and like just replaying the times where I just passed up a lot of like I guess opportunities to like mingle and, you know, get to know like the management more and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's very interesting for me to hear both your stories, because I feel like you all represent quite different emotions towards this whole thing. Like I think for Zell, you do have a bit more of a personal feeling lah towards the whole retrenchment process. But I guess PD, you took it a bit more objectively lah. It's just like this is what it is, so I'm gonna look for another job.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah. Then like how do you like start your search?
Wait, like have you found another job?
Yeah, so I think as of today I have 2 offers. So
Wow. Okay, but this one was like how long?
over a
From, like,
4-month period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did you expect it would take so long?
Is it considered long or short?
I don't know actually, but yeah, I think at the first couple of months I was like looking at all the wrong places. I just, you know, so long as I keep applying, doesn't matter which industry, what job, like a bit of me thinks like I can do it. I can do anything. You know?
Yeah, because you star player, right?
Yeah,
Rising star.
there's like the JD 5 years experience. 3-4 years also
Okay lah,
can lah,
round up
can
lah.
lah.
It's
Yeah lah,
okay
round
lah.
up, round up.
Yeah.
Then don't have this skill. Learn lah. Got so hard, man.
Yeah, you can do your what skills
Surgery
future.
only? Cut the brain only? Just try.
Yeah, I can do it, man.
Yeah, just on the job learning. I feel quite comfortable with that. The first month was a lot of spray and pray, so a bit like 2-3 applications a day. Doesn't matter which company, just as long as it's open.
You
Yeah.
really open to anything. Ah?
My first filter was I blame LinkedIn lah. They got this top jobs recommended for you. I don't even know how they recommend me. But okay, they recommend me, say I'm a number 1 applicant, so I just apply.
Nice.
Yeah. Thinking
Feeding
that-
your confidence.
Yeah. Then they come back tell me that I'm not their number 1 applicant. They're like,
Oh no!
LinkedIn like-
LinkedIn, yeah.
yeah, so but
Wait, LinkedIn like he still thinks he's like number 1.
LinkedIn never lie. Yeah. People just don't see your talent.
yeah.
Oh, that too.
Yes, you must go to a place where they value you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
you're
right,
like
that's right.
Steve Jobs and the iPhone, like too advanced
keep
for
trying, like,
people.
You don't know you want
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay, so
That's your one-liner. You don't know you want me.
until I'm here.
You don't know you need it.
Oh my. So yeah, that was the first month. It's a lot of just moving, and I felt like there's not much direction, but I felt so long as I keep doing something every day, it's fine. Yeah. So
Understand.
just keep running around in circles, and there wasn't really much direction in my application. So the second month onwards, I was a bit humbled because this interviewer just like just tell me upfront that I don't feel like you know what you're looking for. Yeah, then I was like, what do you mean? Of course, I always wanted this job.
So just like every other job.
Yeah. But after that,
But her comment like stumped you. Is it?
yeah, and that one I was in the last stage of the interview already, so I winged it quite far.
Right.
So after that, then I really sat down and evaluate a bit. Actually, what do I want? If I get this job, do I really want it? Yeah, because I think the first filter that we all look for is money lah. Wow, yeah, is it a good company? Does it pay well? Then after that, actually, maybe I quite like this role. Looking at the money,
I like the money, therefore I will like the role.
yeah. But after all, it's like actually no lah. Yeah, that's not the way I wanted to approach it. So I went to get some counseling help. I think shout
Career
out to
coach.
WSG for Singapore. Yeah, so they got some career counselors lah to help you with that. So then
I
they
thought you were kidding when you said you got counselling.
oh,
I didn't expect it to be a serious thing.
career counseling. Sorry,
Career.
sorry. Yeah, so then they give me some inventory questions to what do I want in my career, where do I see myself 5-10 years from now, and I think being someone who's constantly on the move, always thinking I can do new things, I can learn a lot of things. I don't really sit down to evaluate actually what do I really like, how do I really want to use my skills and my passion to contribute to society, that kind of thing. So then I think that hardest part of the next month was sitting down and evaluating. The whole retrospection is something that's quite not familiar to me lah.
What was hard about it for you?
I think just acknowledging that I have changed in the last 3 years of working. Yeah, that where I started out with this kind of path, I wanted to climb to a certain area, but I've changed. Yeah, and that's something I need to acknowledge. And my interests have also shifted. So I realized that career is something that is very dynamic. Yeah, it goes like round and round and round. Hopefully, it goes a certain way. Yeah,
Upwards, I don't like that.
upwards, but
Not
the
the
direction
downward
that you want to
spiral.
go lah. Yeah, because
Yeah,
up, down, left, right is
Yeah.
it's what you define lah.
I guess because like I guess in maybe how we are brought up or like in university, like we think like when we study this degree we
Must do that kind of job lah.
yeah, something that at least is
Yeah.
related.
I think it's more of how your success is defined. I think in school it's like business, you need to be in a bank, or you need to be a consultant. That is success. Or you earn certain amount of money by 30.
Oh, I want to ask, like, how do you share the news with your family? Like, do you tell your parents? How do they react?
Yeah, so the first people I told were I guess who will be my best man in my wedding, my best friends, as well as my siblings lah. So I will just share with them, on the day itself, like after when I got the news, I just closed the laptop and I took a nap. I was like, I can't deal with this.
Let
No,
me and my
no.
talent take a good
Let me escape from reality.
And
Yeah.
you-
When I wake up, it's all a dream.
Am I really okay?
after you hello, did I dream that?
You go and check your calendar, see whether really got that call schedule.
I wake up, I open my laptop, then I text my boss. I had the craziest dream.
I got retrenched.
Yeah, tell me that's not true. Yeah, so I told my siblings first. Then they were like, oh gosh, like, what are you going to do? Then I'm like, I'm not going to do anything. Just mope about it for 1 week. Like, just relax and see what's my next move lah. So I did take a longer time to tell my parents. Yeah, cause they didn't want them to worry about me. Yeah. So
I didn't tell my parents
Huh?
about the reprobation.
So until now, do they know?
they will
Hello,
know.
mother. I cannot remember. It was quite a few years ago. No, because my parents they already they confirm will say see lah, tell you don't work in advertising already.
How they will scold you for what the company did?
Yeah, for sure. All along they think that I do business, I should go into finance, even though they just ignore the fact that my finance is like C+, C minus, that kind. Actually, at the end of graduation, right, my dad opened the cert, right? Then he hey, you do marketing one ah? I thought you do finance. Yeah, so they
what he wants.
yeah, so they will say things like, wow, see lah, you slog so hard for the company, then end up they treat you like that, tell you already. Yeah, so I just no, I don't, this is not helpful. I mean, I thought they would do that lah,
Yeah.
but maybe they won't. So, but
Never know. Because you didn't say.
we'll see what happens after this episode.
Eleni.
But yeah, because I think we just don't want our parents to worry, and I feel like maybe if we have like sort of like a game plan, then after that, maybe we'll share lah, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was that what you did?
No lah. It's after a while I just
He said, but no lah.
No, yeah,
Okay, so
it's hard. It's hard to share with parents. Yeah, but after a while, I just felt okay. I could tell my parents. Yeah, more of, same skill as work lah. When you share a problem, you share what's your intended next steps. To give them that peace of mind.
Assurance,
Yeah. So yeah, Bama, I lost a job, but this is what I'm doing, and I project what I want to do in the next few months, and hopefully get a job by then. I think this gives them a better sense of where you are at. Yeah.
Wow.
So
How
Was
did
there
you
anyone you found hard to tell this to?
so like Zeleny, I think I find it hard to. I think I still haven't told them. Yeah, I still haven't told them. My fiance's parents. 'Cause, like,
faster look in the camera? Hello, mother and father-in-law.
Uncle, auntie, I will be employed soon. Yes.
Yes, he will. He has two offers. Remember?
Yes,
He said,
yes.
Good man.
Yeah.
rising star.
So, thanks guys for boosting my confidence.
You
It's
don't know that
very
you
needed.
need him.
Tonight he go back, he changed his LinkedIn description already.
So yeah, I think
Yeah, it's hard.
it's hard,
because-
and I still haven't told them because I think a part of me is like, okay, so some timing, right? Some context. It was okay. So I was planning to propose to my girlfriend. So on that day, I set up a chat group. So with a few friends, her best friends, my best friends, and then like, okay, we're gonna do this at this place at this time in 3 weeks. Let's be excited, guys. The next day, then I got this call from HR and my boss. And I was like, oh my gosh, like how do I even react? But I think I was quite cool because I was like, okay, I got more time to plan proposal.
Wow. When did you tell your girlfriend? After that call.
Will you marry me? By the way, I'm jobless.
I told her after the proposal. And no, I think I
When
told her
was-
on the day itself. I really
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Where are you now in the whole, you said that you had a few offers, right? But in that whole job application process, I think particularly in that second month when you were reflecting a lot more, like, were there any things that you maybe learn about yourself or about this whole process?
This one was quite interesting
Lowness.
because I think it was this interview I had with a sports company. Oh, that's another industry.
Wow. Sports.
Yeah. So
Try everything.
and then it's I was in the last stage after 3 rounds. Then I really thought I slayed the interview. Like it can't go any better than this.
Dude,
Like,
that's
I
how
went
you
there-
slay unironically.
I went there, then it's like they're all smiling at me, shaking my head, and I'm like, no, I got this. Yeah.
That's like your what your company, your boss will say, like, oh guys, we're doing well. Then 1 week later.
Yeah, no, but because like usually you don't get a physical interview. Nowadays all virtual.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I went down.
Quite good
Oh,
sign.
this is
lah.
physical in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. So I shake their hand, It's like, I look them in the eyes, I'm like, I'm gonna work for you.
Wow.
And then next week they told me that sorry, you're not a good fit for us. And like that. I'm like, what do you mean? Then I went to email them, but then they didn't reply me. So
Oh.
yeah, it's like
Usually they don't, right? I don't know.
I don't know, this is like a end of a situationship, something like that. Like we were never
ghost
together, but it ended.
Felt like there was a commitment already.
Yeah, I felt like we had something going on. I
you
shook
shook
their
their
hand.
You shook their hand.
And
you
they were
imagine
smiling at
working
me,
with
yeah,
them.
so-
Oh my gosh.
Ah. It's like, why didn't you say it to my face?
Yeah, why do you have to break it up over email? Seriously. So, but after that, I was
They ghosted you lah. Then
they
how?
ghosted me. Then I think my confidence, like not today lah, but I really took a deep dive. Like, boom, like. So the next week, I felt like I suddenly keep doubting myself, and it was very strange. Like I felt like a physical dark cloud over me. Yeah, I don't know whether I think some people can relate with that.
Yeah.
So that day, cause nowadays like, cause unemployed, then got time to eat healthy, then cook lah, right? So went downstairs, buy some chicken. Then I was choosing. Then that's this voice that was whispering in my ear. You can't even choose the chicken. Yeah, what can you do? It's like, damn. Seriously?
And not common lah.
I'm looking for the budget one. Give me some time. Yeah, so I was really quite
no, that's so different from like the you 1 month ago.
Yeah.
I can do anything. I can do everything.
or even
right?
just 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, like, I didn't recognize myself.
Wow.
Yeah, so like it's that period where you wake up, you don't shower, don't brush teeth, just start applying the hair oily, very cui, just feel very cui about yourself. Yeah, so that
Oh no.
it was a very strange period. Then back then, my fiance was busy lah. Every week, every day must meet some friend or something like that. And I'm like, why, why no time for me? But anyway, I didn't feel like I wanted to disturb her also. So I felt I spent the entire week mostly alone. Yeah, when I wake up, then I just want a day to end. Yeah, just don't really have much energy or things like that.
Was it the period where you were also still sending out applications or?
Oh, that
going
week
for
I couldn't
interviews?
send out anything. Yeah, I just walk around aimlessly around the void deck. That's like, ayo, yeah, I feel a bit like a bit cui.
You suddenly felt like people may not hire you, is it? Or just
Yeah.
even more than that already?
Yeah, suddenly felt like, wow, I'm a beggar kind of thing. Like, please, any company, just take me. I'm pretty good. Yeah. So
You still feel you're pretty good though.
I'm a hard worker. Yes. Yes. Something happened was a friend just reached out to me randomly, and then we had dinner, and then he prayed for me, and then it was better after that. Yeah. I'm back to where I am today lah. Just laughing
What do
about
you feel?
it.
You felt lighter?
Did you share with him like how you were feeling, like the lowness and all?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
But
so it's just a catch up.
yeah, it was just a catch up. But at the end of it, like, he just talked to me and just randomly prayed for me.
Oh,
And after that meeting, I felt so light.
like the dark cloud disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it? Like you felt like you're not alone? You felt like there's still hope?
I don't really know how to describe it. It's just I felt like, okay, I can do this. Yeah. One step at a time. Yeah. I feel not so hard on myself.
Right.
Yeah. I feel I can smile again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, right, because you did have, I mean, we keep joking about this, but you did have quite a positive, like idea of yourself and your abilities, right? So was it also that the repeated rejection caused a disconnect with that?
Yeah, definitely. Especially the late stage, the last stage. then,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the company that he met in person.
Yeah, lor.
like-
That's why when you crash, really crash quite hard.
Yeah, I felt like I really crashed. Yeah, like, oh, am I really not as good as I think I was?
It's your whole idea of yourself coming to a crash, lah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, there's self-doubt. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So like after meeting your friend and stuff, like did you face, I guess, more rejections? But did that dark cloud come back, or some form of it, like some form of self doubt? How do you handle it?
Oh, after there were plenty more rejections.
Okay.
Yeah, but I felt like, okay lah, then like I felt more positive in the sense that it's their loss lah. Yeah. I mean, okay, the way I slowly approach interviewing is, after a while, it's a bit like dating. If you don't match, then it's fine.
Yeah.
That's a good way to see it, though.
Yeah. Like, as in, you don't take it like 100% on yourself that you are
Yeah.
not good enough.
Yeah, of course, you
It
still
could
must.
be just not a right fit. Is
Yeah,
it?
you must dress up, talk a bit about yourself. But then, like, if you're, at the end of the day, if you're not comfortable with it, with the vibes, everything, and you're going to be working that person day to day, then it's going to be hard. Then it's fine to walk away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite true.
Yeah. I had a question when you were sharing about your meetup with your friend, lah. Like, were there other friends who kind of journeyed with you through this? Because as a friend to people who have experienced retrenchment, right, I find that sometimes I don't really know how much to bring it up and ask them about it, because I also don't want it to seem like that's all your life is about in this period of time. So
It's I don't want to stress them too much if like every time we meet we ask.
yeah, and I don't want them to feel
What's
like
a
that's a
good-
label. Like, I'm just the
Yeah.
person who got retrenched, So, but I also don't know, like, actually, maybe it's better to ask them about it, or like how to go about it, So, what was it like for you, lah, journeying with people?
Yeah, so I was lucky to have a couple of friends who check in on me periodically. I think, like, don't have to be too often, lah, maybe once, 2-3 weeks. Just, how's it going and how can I support you, that kind of thing. Or I think last time my ex-boss does it a lot better. She's like, always know that I'm here for you if you need any recommendation
so
letter.
sweet.
Yeah, so it's like,
wow.
yeah, so yeah, she's very nice and sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think going through with people is so important. Like, could even just be meeting at a cafe to, let's just, you do your thing, I do my thing, but we are physical. There's a bit of that social connection, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, don't apply alone or like don't feel like you're alone. Yeah.
Because for you, I guess this period of time really can be quite isolating, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you're just doing your own
Yeah,
thing.
and if like you're just at home all the time by
Yes.
yourself, it's very, very hard to I think it's good that when you go out with someone you break the physical environment. Like it can change, like it can impact, like
Yeah.
your mood and I guess
Yeah.
how you feel.
I feel that being in between jobs shouldn't be a badge of shame or something like that. Yeah. And the way we talk about it can reflect whether we feel like it's shameful or not. So I think just keep it lighthearted. I think what Angmos are very good at doing. So yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
what?
Just being very
Just another thing you go through in
just
life.
another thing go through.
Actually, it is
Yeah.
true. I feel like somehow retrenchment. I think like the why I guess retrenchment is seen as such a big shocker, or a negative light. In I guess people our age or even younger is that we think that this only happens to people who are older, right, really like much older, or they're being made redundant. There's like new blood
Yes,
coming
is that
in.
label, the sense that you're redundant. And like
Redundant,
maybe you're not very
valuable.
profitable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just like
It's not valuable or as a worker.
yeah, and I feel that really will play with like people's mind. I mean, I think I felt a little bit of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, is my hard work, my hard and honest work not enough, kind of thing. And I think it's very easy to kind of like be just very harsh on yourself, lor. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think maybe because of that, it's quite hard. I think for people to even share it like with their close friends. Maybe they might even not be able to come to terms with it on themselves first. So for these kind of people, right, like who are going through this, what is the first step that you think they can take?
Before I go into that, just wanted to like put it out there that I think what you said about hard work is really not enough lah. Yeah.
You feel it's true.
I think being retrenched is kind of a stark reminder of that. It doesn't matter if you're hard work or not. If you're not working, there are other things at play also, whether you're working on the right projects, so to speak. Yeah. So, but I think for someone in this position, I think really have a good rhythm in your between jobs phase. Yeah. So long as you have a schedule and keep to what you are doing when you're employed, and your whole life doesn't have to just shift just because you don't have a job. Yeah, just continue to do what you're doing, making sure that you continue learning and growing, and not so learning and growing professionally, but learning and growing about yourself.
Which is what you did.
Yeah, and then go in the direction that is for you only. Yeah, and not what other your friends are doing. In a sense, job seeking is quite individual pursuit. You have to pursue your own line of success, career path, and you have others to support you along the way. But you have to do that hard digging on your own. Yeah.
So it's a bit like, I think externally there can be people who come alongside you to cheer you on, but there's still a lot of internal work that only you can do for yourself lah.
And I think that this is quite a good timing to think about it, rather than your work drains you totally Monday to Friday, then weekend you're just trying to recharge. You don't really think about it. Yeah, and then you can just be so caught up in the rinsing and repeating and doing. But at the end of it, when you look back, your career of maybe 40 years, is it really where you wanted to go? Yeah. So there was this article that I was randomly Googling about meaning of work lah. Then all those, so all the links all like purple lah, cause I clicked. So there's one on Ikigai and that kind of things. There's one called 10,000 hours. It's quite interesting.
By Justin Bieber.
Just kidding.
I think it's called 10,000 hours. But it's 100,000 hours. Yeah, it's about that's the amount of time you have in your career.
Okay.
Yeah. Then how do you really want to use it? Is it just to get a certain position and then you exit the race and things like that? Or do you want to use it to be impact for society, something that you wake up every day, I really want to do it. It energizes me. Yeah. So I think to me, that was having a meaning behind my work is really important. Yeah. So, and then as I, crystallize my thoughts and write down my reflections, and then when I go for the interview, it really sets me apart from other candidates
it's
who,
true.
I have 4 years of experience, I can do
Not
this.
just part of the herd lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I come here saying that, hey, this is where I want to be in 4 years. This is how this job can take me there. Then they're like, wow, that's pretty interesting. Like, yeah.
But yeah, I feel that whole point about having a routine and discipline is quite helpful advice. In fact, like I think that was what like your girlfriend, fiance did while she was on that break. And I told her back then that I really admire her for doing that, because I feel like even though you're kind of like on a break from work, it gives you that regularity and routine so that you're not just bumming around for one. And I think bumming around generally is a good environment for negative thoughts to grow lah, especially in a situation like that where you got let go not by your own accord, Yeah, so having some form of like routine where you're just improving yourself, or it doesn't even need to be like highly productive, I feel, but at least like giving yourself something to look forward to instead of just feeling like I have nothing to do with my life. Yeah. If it's rest, then rest lor, but it's time that you plan to rest lah.
I ask you, what if on the day of your wedding, which is in a few months' time, right, you are still unemployed? Like your 2 offers didn't fall through. Okay, not trying to like say anything. Like I hope you do get a job, but what if it stretches out like longer than your confidence can can last?
Well, that's a loaded question.
Yeah. I'm just trying to prepare, like yeah. Because your father-in-law, mother-in-law all sure at the wedding one, right? Then how?
Will they?
Okay, actually, so prior to our parents' both first meeting for the first time, that was in October. So I told myself in July I need to get a job, but before that meeting. Yeah. So thankfully that happened, and they didn't ask me what I was doing.
Siam.
So I was like, okay, yeah, the food is pretty good. All right, everything's good. So yeah, I think that was okay. But I think on hindsight, if I told them then, I think it's still fine. Yeah, because I know that they will accept me as I am, and so long as I give them confidence that by the wedding day, yeah, because I really want to, when you go to Kotali and all this, the symbolism is you will provide for the wife, you're buying
take
her
care of
and
her.
kind of thing.
You're buying her.
Betrothal gift.
Feminists will
Yes.
find an issue with that.
Tread
Tread carefully, PD.
Yeah, so yeah, I would definitely want to get a job by then lah. But yeah, if not, yeah, because I think that I also need to be mindful of hiring cycles. December they don't hire. February is also kind of like Chinese New Year. So January is kind of slow. So I'll be looking at March. Yeah, so I think these are the kind of backup plans I had in place also. And what I will do if so my plan was November get a job. If November didn't get, December, January, February will be when I go for general assembly kind of like course. Yeah, so like I can still show something. Hey,
Wow, you really plan out every month.
Yeah.
Schooling, yeah.
So like must give the parents some confidence that you're not marrying a bum kind of thing. So
Yeah.
but again, back to what I shared earlier was that if you have a direction and you work towards it, then no time is wasted. Yeah, it's something you can explain to interviewers also. So yeah, that was where I was thinking. Yeah.
Really? So you're really okay to stand on your wedding day unemployed in front of all the adults? I mean, we are adults also lah, but the adults, in both your lives.
Yeah, but I guess that comes to the issue of identity, right? Yeah, I think that at the end of the day, I know that being unemployed is just a momentary period. Like,
It's a status,
Yeah,
but
like-
not like you.
I know
not who
I'm
you
I'm really
are.
employable, so it's alright. Like I
In
know,
your wedding speech, I am Peida. I am still employable.
and my resume is on the table on the way out.
Always scan
every
before you
table.
leave.
It's like one QR code is ang pao, the other QR code is your resume.
Then all the 亲戚 who
Then
the
you better, like,
work high ranking.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that part will be difficult, definitely. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I know that my identity is not being employed or not. My worth is not in just my title or the salary I'm getting. Yeah, because this is not who I am lah. And I believe that my worth comes from other things lah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like that's one of those things that I think whether or not you've been retrenched is relatable. Just because as a working adult, so much of your life, for a few things, right? Your time is spent there. The things you get praised for, or I don't know what's the opposite of praise, criticized for.
Yeah.
A lot of it like happens within the realm of work also, where
Yeah.
it kind of tells you whether you are good, whether you're useful, you're profitable, and all these
Yeah.
things. And I also don't think that it's a set in stone thing, meaning like, okay, one day I wake up and then I decide that my identity is not in who I am as a worker, blah, blah. But I feel it's something that you have to constantly kind of bring yourself back to. Because if you just let yourself immerse in the whole act of being a working adult, right? Which, like we said just now, it's very easy to just go through the whole thing and don't think, You just
Yeah.
wake up and keep doing your work, right? And if you do that, then I feel it's not hard for you to land up in a place where a lot of how you think of yourself and feel good or feel bad about yourself has to do with how you are as a worker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it takes additional effort lah to step out of that and say that, okay, I don't think so. I think that who I am is also my personality, my character, the things I value in life, the people who love me, and all these things lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. And I think like even for people who get retrenched, like I hear stories of how their managers and all actually still, like acknowledge the good work that they do. Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of times being retrenched also depends on external factors. It's not that you're inefficient, you're ineffective, but
Right.
just the company really like doesn't have the resources.
Yeah,
lah.
and it's out of your control.
Yeah,
lah.
and like I see how people like who were retrenched will still offer that their managers would still like write very good recommendation
him?
letters. yeah. And so I feel like even like work in general, right, it's really not just the kind of work you do, but I guess like what people remember you for is also your work ethics, like how you give your best, how you like treat other people as well at the workplace.
Yeah.
Like all these things come into play. Yeah, so being retrenched may not, like it's not like a accurate and true reflection of like who you are like, as a person at work also.
I have a very cliche quote I want to give. It's not about counting the time, but making the time count. So like, just
Wise
being
term.
retrenched is just a short season. But if you are able to really make the time count in understanding yourself better and knowing the direction you want to go, I think then that's very productive. Yeah, because if let's say you just chong this place for 5 years, then realize at the end that's not really what you want to do. Yeah, then you have to go back, start down, and in the end of the day, maybe you climb up the wrong ladder. It's like, oh no, I didn't even want to be on this.
Yeah.
But then if you climb like halfway and realize that's not where you want to be, you take a step down and go to another one. At the end of the day, you're climbing the ladder that you want to, and that's the most important. Yeah. So if you take the time to find your direction, your end goal, then the it's about just now I talked about not 100,000, 80,000 hours. It's a marathon. Yeah. So we want to. We are in it for the long haul, then it's okay to, fumble a bit in the beginning, get your direction. And at the end of the day, then you build a career that's truly satisfying, that is yours. Yeah.
Yeah. Well said. You can save that for your wedding speech. Somehow. But really hope that, your offers do get through. Or more importantly, you are able to find a job that really reflects, the last few months of learning about yourself, like what really you find meaningful in your work. Yeah, and not to, I think like what you said, like, I mean, my big takeaway from today, right, is that it's really not just to chong and, just try to get employed as fast as possible, but if you're able to really take the time to try to understand yourself. And thanks for also sharing tips on how we can journey and support, our friends that might be going through a similar situation. If any of you who's watching this episode is currently navigating through retrenchment, or maybe you might have fears of that, we hope that today's episode may bring you a little bit of comfort to know that it is part and parcel of life. It's not the end of it, even though you could be young, you've got loans to pay and all that. There is still ways that you can discover yourself in a process. We hope that this episode brought you some comfort, as well as like a few handles also on how to move things forward as you continue your job search journey, and more importantly, the journey of discovering yourself.
Yeah, thanks PD for joining us today. And if you like this episode or you know somebody who is in a similar situation, please feel free to send this episode to them, and you can like our content, you can share it, and you can also find us on a few channels. We are on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, or you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at ngl.people. We also have a Telegram channel where we talk in between episodes and we release information about our shoot as well as our new episodes. So if you like Peida and you think that he can apply for podcast host, you let us know. Maybe he come back next time, then he can send us his resume.
Hey, but this one is pro bono, you don't get any money.
Oh, that one. Thank you.
Okay, see you all in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.